As a woman, when you fight against your natural feminine archetypes, you will 1, attract partners that are not a really good match for you, 2, lose yourself in the process, and 3, maybe even become the worst version of yourself. And one of the best examples I've seen of this is the movie My Best Friend's Wedding. So let's talk about it. In my opinion, the main female character, Jules, is not a good person. I'm not trying to justify her toxic behavior by saying, oh, she's just trying to fight against her natural archetype. Like, that does not excuse this type of behavior, but she's still a really good example of what I'm about to share. The dominant feminine archetype that Jules embodies is the huntress. Jules is a food critic, but she is a goal-oriented, highly motivated, super independent career woman. She is not in touch with her emotions at all. As a matter of fact, it's a point of pride for her that she is not a girl who cries. And she also admits that she gets really restless in relationships because she really values her freedom and independence and adventure. The weaknesses of the huntress archetype is that a lot of them are very stubborn, they're very self-isolating, they can be aloof, they're emotionally distant, they can be cold, angry, and not very empathetic. Now we need to talk about our main male character, Michael, who is Jules's long-term best friend. And he said at one point in the movie that he knew that Jules was not a good fit for him from the start of the relationship. Michael also tells Jules that while they were briefly romantically linked, he did not like that she was a woman who constantly pulled away from physical and emotional intimacy in the relationship. Michael is a man who is not as driven as Jules. Michael is very kind and sincere and very go with the flow, and he's not really a man that has a plan. Now, Michael fell in love with Kim, who is the embodiment of the maiden archetype. Kim is sweet, she is vulnerable, she is endearing, she is kind, and she is loving. A maiden woman like Kim is a great match for Michael. When everything falls apart towards the end of the movie, Jules's best friend George asks her, is this about Michael or is this about winning? Because huntress women play to win, even if the thing that they think they want isn't really a good match for them. Because the huntress is one of the 7 feminine archetypes that is the most in her masculine energy, she needs a very, very masculine energy man to hold her interest. Because huntresses are so independent and they prioritize their own needs so much, men have to chase them in order to get even a minute of their time. There's nothing wrong with Michael, but he was just not that guy who was going to spend the time and energy hunting down a huntress woman. He was not going to out-dominate her. If you want to learn more about the type of men that are actually a really good match for you and your feminine archetypes, I am here to help you. I just launched my Feminine Archetypes Masterclass course, and it is currently being offered at a pre-sale discount price. So if you're interested in that course, you can find the link for it in my bio, or you can check out my website, thedreamgirlacademy.com.